Do narcissists really ever leave? Narcissists leave us all the time, but they always seem to re-enter our life again, or at the very least there's some sort of contact, even after a discard. So the question we're asking today is, once we allow them into our lives, is it a forever thing? Are they really ever totally gone? Thanks so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to give you some reasons why narcissists always find a way to maintain some sort of contact with you, even after your relationship has ended. Look back on your relationship and reflect on the cycle of events. Chances are there were several silent treatments, ghostings, and maybe even a few discards along the way. But for some reason, the narcissist kept returning. They kept coming back to you. And part of that equation was you. You most likely chased after them, at least a few times, to get them back. And the reason we chase after them after a discard has a lot to do with the fact that we invested so much time and effort into the relationship. We don't want to accept the fact that all that time and effort we invested into the relationship didn't mean anything to them. So what do? We chase after recognition and validation. We want them to acknowledge that our feelings and opinions are worthy of their attention. We're confused and shocked. We don't understand how we meant nothing to them. We try so hard to make sense of everything, but nothing seems to add up. And while we're spending all our time analyzing what we did wrong, why we deserve to be dumped like this, we don't take into consideration what we're dealing with. We don't realize that the narcissist has a specific reason for why they leave. Everything that transpired in our relationship was all planned out right from the start. They love it when you wonder why they left, and they make you think every time that it's completely over. But is it? Have they really left for good this time? The answer is no, and here's why. Narcissists love to study us, and even when we're not around them, they're still around, hiding in the shadows, studying us from the background, continuing to learn more about us. They learn to understand what types of manipulation we're vulnerable to. They know what's given them their desired results in the past, and their intention is to keep learning more about us. They'll figure out how to dismantle our boundaries. They figure out what works and what doesn't work. Just because they leave doesn't mean they won't come back again, because they see us as top-notch supply. We're the best of the best. And when they understand what our breaking points are, what triggers us the most, they'll reinvent themselves for another return, because they will always want another shot at us. When they leave, it's because we figure them out. We reveal them for what they truly are. We stand up for what's right, and we don't back down. And when they see how intelligent we actually are, the most effective way for them to respond is to cease all communication with us. They will end their personal relationship with us immediately and without any explanation until they see an opportunity to come back. And after some time has gone by and we don't hear from them for a while, it may be that they have found someone else. Even though we may have done a lot of things that they liked, it doesn't matter to them because they realize they are unable to manipulate us anymore. They couldn't earn our approval. They couldn't persuade us to support their ideas and their opinions. So they found someone new to manipulate, someone that will accept their behavior and put up with all their bullshit. But even with this new source of supply they have, they secretly want to get back into our life. But there's a problem facing them. They know we've figured out what they're all about, and this puts the narcissist at risk of rejection. It puts them at risk of being humiliated by us. It puts the power in our hands. It gives us the ability to destroy them if we choose, and that's not a position they want to be in because they have too much pride, too much ego. When we stop playing their games, when we take away their ability to manipulate and control us, when we show them we have no use for them anymore, and they understand they can no longer take advantage of us or gain any personal benefit out of us, they will leave, but trust me, it won't be forever. They'll wait, and they'll wait for a long time and not contact us, knowing that eventually we will break and reach out to them. They love keeping people in suspense, and they love knowing we are actually good people and we're seeking that sense of resolution. They're hoping we'll get desperate and come back to figure out exactly why they left. But whatever we do, we can't keep falling for this trick because it's all just a part of their manipulation. And if we end up falling for it, we need to be prepared for yet one more cycle of abuse. You have to trust me on this, guys. Narcissists do not want to be around someone who isn't going to validate them at all times. And when they figure out they won't be able to play any more games with us, they'll see us as a waste of their time because there's nothing more they can take from us. They'll realize they have a better chance at finding someone else, at least for now, who they can manipulate and will buy into their bullshit. And trust me, they will find someone else. They'll appreciate all the things we do for them until they've taken everything they need. They depend on people like us to keep them alive. So when they leave, it's only because they've taken what they can, at least for the time being, because for some reason, they always end up thinking there's more they can take from us. So what do? They eventually come back. Their need to break us down and bring us to our knees is the only thing they really care about. And the sad part about that is, while they're devaluing us, they're lining up new sources of supply at the same time. Because eventually, we just won't be enough. No one will ever be enough to satisfy a narcissist's needs. But they have this way of filling us with uncertainty, so we'll continue to reach out to them. They can sense our confusion, and they'll capitalize on it. They'll eventually show back up and take another shot at us, just to suck that last bit of energy we have left. And if we're strong and we don't reach out to them, they'll eventually reach out to us in one form or another, because they have to. They have to see if there's another chance to inflict any more pain on us. It's only when we're able to fully figure them out, only when we go completely no contact with them. It's only then when they finally realize we're not coming back. When we can get to that point, it will cause them to experience tremendous anxiety, anger, pain, and depression. And they can't deal with that. So in some shape or form, they will reach out to us. They will do something to try to get our attention. And this might be directly or through someone else. They'll pretend they're sorry for what they've done, and they hope we take that bait, because even though they were the one that initially left, they feel empty inside, because they were convinced we would come running back to them. So when we don't come running back to them, they're going to feel defeated. And because narcissists hate to lose, they'll always figure out a way to come back into your life, and they'll use any means necessary. Narcissists think they're smarter than everyone else. They think we're all just a bunch of fools. So do yourself a huge favor here. Show them how smart you really are. Stop falling for all the games, tricks, and manipulation. The next time they leave you, make it be the last time. Find the strength to thank them for leaving and make it the final goodbye. Because getting them out of your life for good is the best decision you're ever going to make. Thanks so much for watching, And always remember to look for all the signs. Stay alert, be vigilant, be strong, be brave, and go live your best life today.